Good morning. My name is Alan Gerasi. I'm an attorney here in San Diego County, practicing over 35 years, and very interested in this case because one thing I've learned over the many years I've been practicing is that a law is useless unless there is an enforcement value to it.
That's right.
And Ray and Citizens Oversight has now provided us, the citizens of this county, with an enforcement vehicle to make sure that the registrar of voters is doing his job. And I learned about basically election integrity back during the earlier election cycles. The most familiar is the 2000 and 2004 election cycles, where we saw all sorts of shenanigans going on across the country, in various states, and we saw an election tilt one way or another because of the shenanigans. Well, I read a lot about what happened. I read about what we can do as citizens to stop these kinds of things from happening, and I was rather excited to learn that in California we had this audit process, because that is a tool. That is our only tool to make sure that the elections are properly administered, and if they're not properly administered, to give the citizens a remedy. And in this case, we went to court. We asked the judge to please stop this registrar from certifying the election until the audit was done properly. Unfortunately, the judge could not attend to the case soon enough to affect this past primary election cycle. However, he recognized that there was a very important value for him to give his preliminary thoughts as to what the evidence is and what he sees as a judge, where he sees this case going in the future. And he gave us a rather explicit preliminary opinion about how this case will proceed. The next stage of the case will be discovery, which is basically taking depositions, getting documents, sort of getting to the nitty-gritty of the case, and then ultimately to a trial where the judge will hear the evidence on the witness stand and the form of documents presented, and will make a final determination of the case. Between now and then, there's opportunities for the parties to meet, to discuss, to try to resolve the case. I'm hopeful that that could happen here, that the county, with this preliminary ruling, will see that there's value into resolving the case by agreement, or what we call stipulation, rather than going all the way through a trial. I think Mr. Lutz and Citizens Oversight has done a magnificent job of bringing this tool to the forefront, not only for San Diego, but for all the counties in California. We know of at least 6, 7, or 8 other counties that are improperly conducting the audit, and we anticipate that we'll be either filing or taking whatever action we can to make sure that statewide the election audit is properly administered.